What does it mean then when we find that some preferences have very low utilization rates attached to them? Does it mean that there are no preferences being given to a preference beneficiary in those cases?
Yes and no. If there's a situation where an LDC only has one preference available with the other trading partner, then a low utilization rate clearly means that preferences are not used. But it also might be the case that there's another preference available, and then the picture is not complete and might even be misleading.
Okay, so can you give us an example of a situation like that?
Let's look again at trade from Cambodia to Australia. In this case, Cambodia has the regular LDC GSP scheme, but there's also the ASEAN, Australia, New Zealand Free Trade Agreement. Hence, traders can choose which agreement to use. If now many or a lot of trade is using the FTA, then this would result in low utilization rates. But this picture is somewhat misleading.
Okay, so from what you were saying, I cannot assume that no preferences are given when I find low utilization rates, but I'm wondering then in our analysis what we could do to try to identify the cases where rules of origin could be hindering preferential trade.
This is exactly why we are looking in our analysis at underutilization. And underutilization means these are trade flows which actually pay MFN duties despite having access to one or more preferences. So this is really painting a much more complete and comprehensive picture.
Okay, so underutilization allows us to identify preferences that are paying MFN duties despite being eligible for some preferences, which means that we can, with greater precision, identify pockets of underutilization and then check what origin requirements are attached to those preferences, and therefore make an analysis of whether or not these origin regimes and origin requirements could be explaining underutilization.
Exactly.